Hey, welcome to episode 2 of Inspired Living. This week, I am going to share a design tip that will help create cohesion in your home. And that design tip is to use no more than 3 to 5 colors throughout your home. There are some exceptions, but as a general rule of thumb, I would stick to 3 to 5. And the reason for that is once you get more than 5 colors going on in a home, it can start to feel a little bit overwhelming or chaotic. And keeping a smaller amount of colors, 3 to 5-ish, is recommended, creates order and makes a space feel just more connected. So typically what I recommend doing is going neutrals on your larger pieces, your sofas, your seating, anything that is sort of has a higher ticket value, and or anything that you'll be keeping for a long period of time, and then adding color through your accents, art, and decor. So that's a quick tip for you. I'm also sharing a recipe for broccoli soup. It's delicious. It's easy to make. It does take a little bit of time just to cook on the stove, but it's kind of chop it all up, throw it in the pot, and go let it simmer. It's very easy and healthy and delicious. So I'm sharing that inside the eNewsletter, so you'll have to open it up in there. And then what else did I want to share with you today? So lately, I'm sure, well, I hope I'm not alone here, but this week or the last few days, I just kind of been feeling down and like sort of questioning myself about what kind of a parent I am, wondering, am I too lenient? Am I not lenient enough? Am I too involved in my kids' decision making? Am I present enough? Just all the questions. And it just had me sort of spiraling about, what kind of parent I am, and am I doing a good enough job, and all those kinds of things. And then I got thinking a little bit more, because I'm really trying to tune in when I sort of spiral out of control and just go a little deeper. And I'm like, you know what? It's not my job to be a perfect parent. It's my job to provide my kids with a safe environment and support them when they're going through challenges, and help them manage their emotions through that. And, through doing that, and being there for them and helping them through whatever it is that they're going through, I become a better parent too. So we're sort of learning from each other. And so that gave me a little bit of peace. And then it was like almost like out of nowhere, like just a gift from above, my daughter comes up to me and thanks me for being her parent. So she was like, I'm really glad that you and Dad are my parents, because, a lot of my friends have parents that they feel let down by. That wasn't her exact wording, but she just like something like they let them down a lot or something. And she goes, you guys never do that. Like, you always say, whatever you say you're going to do, you do it. And so just thank you for always doing what you say you're going to do. And I was like, oh my gosh, I felt so, well, one, I felt good, because what a kind thing to say. But then it just sort of reminded me that, I'm not doing such a bad job after all. We are doing things that are like at least showing up consistently is something that is getting noticed. And I was grateful to know that she felt safe to share with me, and that she even noticed a difference between some other families and ours. So anyways, I will remember that probably always and forever. It really touched me. So I'm feeling very blessed to have a daughter who is communicative and expressive, and I guess I helped to make that happen. So yay me. And what else did I want to share with you? So sort of on that note, I like to read a lot, and one of my favorite topics to read about is like personal development. And I was reading this book called Chasing Excellence, and it was written by Ben Bergeron, who is a coach for Olympic athletes. And I was not reading it because I'm an athlete. I am not an athlete of any kind. But anyways, I was reading, it was recommended to me, just because of entrepreneurship and the struggles that we go through and things like that. So anyways, it was a very good book. I loved it. But one thing in particular that stood out, and I'm going to read the excerpt because I don't remember it off by heart. So it said, in fact, one of the most important components of building athletes' mindsets is coming up with a definition for success that is not tied to the result that they're after. So I thought that was cool. So obviously he goes into it more throughout the book, but basically he was explaining that we shouldn't appraise ourselves on the result of our efforts and achievements, but rather we should appraise ourselves on our efforts. So, and he just explained that if you are judging yourself on your result, and so in his case, he's talking about Olympic athletes. If you're judging yourself on your result and you lose, then you feel like a failure. But if you judge yourself on how hard you worked, how committed you were, how much you tried, then even if you don't get the medal in the end, you're still a winner. So I thought that was a really cool distinction and something important to kind of keep in mind, because I think for myself anyways, sometimes things don't work out the way I want them to, and I get really down about it. And this was sort of like a good kick in the pants just to say, no. Okay, let's just pivot. Let's just try something else. Let's just keep going. So basically the bottom line was you're not a failure unless you you quit. So just some food for thought. And then last thing I want to share today is just a song I'm listening to. It's called Mix 'Em With Whiskey by Drake White. Why do I love it? I can't even tell you that I know the lyrics. It has a good beat and I like it. It makes me feel good. So I hope it makes you feel good too. And until next time, have a great day and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Ciao for now.